Most people think that selling is about money, but it's really about dreams. I didn't have a product when I sold my speech in the day club to my school. I didn't have a company when I convinced international manufacturers to work with me. And I definitely didn't have VIP access when I met Stevie Wonder. But I had something even better. I had honesty, fearlessness, and the ability to tell a story. And you've seen it all before. Apple, self-status, not just an iPhone, but that feeling of superiority over Android users. Tesla, sells the future, even when doors don't open in the present. And Ferrari sells exclusivity. You don't even buy a Ferrari, they let you buy one. And while some people might see that as manipulative, the truth is, we are the problem. These brands don't sell necessities, they sell desires. They sell who we want to be, not what we need to survive. And that's why selling yourself is more important than anything a multi-million-dollar corporate marketing team could ever dream up. Because a brand can sell an image, but you can sell a vision. A product can be advertised, but you can inspire belief. And belief is exactly what moves people, opens doors, and creates opportunities that money can't buy. But let's be honest, you all already know this. We actually do it ourselves. I've seen people update their titles from cashier to retail operations specialist just to make their resume sound more fancy. I've seen the inspirational mindset posts. Woke up at 4 a.m. to grind. Success is a mindset. No, dude, you work in HR. And selling yourself isn't just about jobs. It's been my whole livelihood in this country. When my family decided to immigrate to the US from Brazil about 9 years ago, we didn't just have to prove we deserved to be here. We had to sell the idea we were valuable enough to be let in. Think about it. When you're applying for a visa, it's not about who you really are. It's about playing the role of your best self and convincing someone you belong. If it's a student visa, you're selling, I'm a Nobel Peace Prize winner. Not just someone who Googled easiest colleges to get into. If it's a work visa, you're selling, I'm an irreplaceable expert, even if your exact job description was posted on LinkedIn just yesterday. If it's a business visa, well, you better be Jeff Bezos and Steve Jobs combined. Because even with the highest of qualifications, these interviews quickly become an act. And it doesn't just stop at visas. This is life as an immigrant. And I learned that lesson early, before I even set foot in the US. My first visa interview wasn't some grand test of intelligence or merit. It wasn't about proving that I had potential or that my family would contribute to society. No, it was a game. A carefully controlled process designed to catch you slipping. I remember walking to the Brazilian consulate expecting some serious questions about our move. Why we were going, what my parents did for work, how we would sustain ourselves. Instead, they asked me about superheroes. Who's your favorite? What park do you want to visit? It seemed innocent, but it wasn't. Visa interviewers don't just listen to what you say, they listen for any contradictions, inconsistencies, and even the slightest hint you're not exactly who you claim to be. And they do it in the most unexpected of ways. They might ask you where your dad works, and then later casually slip in, what does he do on the weekends? They might ask, if that idea doesn't line up with the one they built of you in their heads, suspicious. They might ask your family why they chose a certain city, then turn to you and ask, are you excited for the local sports team? Say the wrong one, suspicious. And that's why many immigrants, when they come into this country, they have to face these challenges. And that's the reason why this isn't just an interview. And it's merely an interrogation disguised as a conversation. It's a performance where the stakes aren't just a job or a deal, it's your whole livelihood in this country. Because getting in is just the first pitch. And once you arrive, that's when real selling begins. You have to prove you deserve to stay here. You have to prove you deserve to work. You have to prove you deserve to belong. Every job application is just another visa interview in disguise. Every interaction is just another test to see if you fit. Every single, and I mean every single option has a cost, which is the ability to assimilate without losing yourself. You're expected to work harder, to be more grateful, to contribute more. Because whether it's said out loud or not, there's always that lingering expectation. Show us why you're worth letting in. And then there's there's the irony of it all. People love the idea of immigrants chasing the American dream, but only when it looks a certain way. If you start from the bottom and struggle, then suddenly you're a statistic. But if you become the immigrant success story, the CEO, the doctor, the self-made billionaire, then all of a sudden, now you're proof that the system works. But the truth is, that system doesn't work for everyone. And that's why we keep selling. Not just our values, not just our skills, but our right to exist in a place that isn't always ready to accept us. And like I said, selling isn't just about getting in, it's about staying in. And that's the thing about immigration. It's never just about paperwork. It's always about playing that role of your best self and convincing someone you belong. But I don't think that life should be about fitting into someone else's expectations. Because I didn't have guaranteed approval when I walked into that consulate office as a kid, but I had belief, and that belief was strong enough to make someone else believe in me too. So that's why being straightforward, fearless, and honest has gotten me further than any polished resume or rehearsed pitch ever could. So here's what I have to say to you today. Package your dream, sell your vision, and watch other people start believing in you too. Thank you.